Kevin's promoted to head booker. The booking committee, which, correct me if I'm wrong, consists of J.J. Dillon, Terry Taylor, Mike Graham, Ed Farrar, Bill Banks, Bob Mould, who quit a month prior but returned, hearing of Russo's exit. How's that ring to you, True?
Well, it would be me and Ed mostly. JJ, yeah, I mean, me and Ed did the booking, and Bill took some notes and helped out, and I think Bob came back then, yeah.
Okay. Now, Nash is given like an assistant or co-booker role to you, to be a liaison. How does that work? What's that all
No,
about?
he was, Kevin and I, Kevin actually was the booker, and him and I worked together. And Kevin has a great wrestling mind, you know, and we worked very well together. I enjoyed my time with Kevin.
Now, your initial suggestion is to get the belt on Nash.
Yeah.
You eventually have it go to Chris Benoit, who goes over Sid in the main event for the title. Now, conventional thinking would say, good political decision. There's heat. Going to give the guy the belt to show I'm here to play for the team. Is that the story?
That's the story.
Okay.
And he deserved it. He deserved it. Everybody came to me and said, you're making the wrong decision. I said, no, I'm not. Because first of all, I have heat with that group. I'm going to show them that I'm a team player, and this kid deserves to win the title. I also told him that after he won the title, Nash was going to take it off from later on down the line, but we're going to give him a run.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I made no thing that he was going to be champion forever, but it wasn't going to be a short run. But the guy that would beat him would have been Nash. Yeah, Satin, Guerrero, Benoit, Malenko, Shane Douglas. I was not sure if I wouldn't have done it if I was in their situation.
What's their fear? What's
Their fear is that the ploy is that I'm putting on the belt on Benoit, but I'm going to ultimately screw them. In the next week, I was going to put the tag belts on either Perry and Malenko, because I had made Eddie the Cruiserweight champion and the U.S. champion at the same time because I wanted to elevate that belt.
Well, you were one of the first guys bringing luchadors and all that stuff, so, I mean, yeah.
But the fear was, you know, when I said rumors in this business breed rumors, and then the rumor mill starts, and then the spin-off and the stories and blah, blah, blah. It was, he's making you the world champion, but he's going to screw you. Hard for me to swallow that one. So anybody made me the world champion, they can screw me the next day if they want, but at least I was world champion. I just think that they were so paranoid, somebody made them paranoid, and it could have been me. It could have been me, but there was a connection there. And the other thing is, they were the young guns, and I was still going probably with Hall and Nash, guys that had drawn me money. I was secure in that, but I was going to touch the waters with Benoit because he had come close and never won. I thought it was time for him to win. Everybody was against it, but I was putting out the olive branch to him. I thought it was the best move for the company, and I was trying to just do business.
Now that you hear about him lobbying for his release, what are your concerns that he's got your strap?
I'm still going to do the right thing for business. And do you know how hard it was for me to bring Sid Vicious into a room who has a lot of ego, rightfully so, and ask him to give up in a wrestling hold and to tap out for a guy I'm not sure that's gonna stay. And Sid told me, I'm only gonna do it because you're asking me, but it's the wrong thing to do. And I saved my ass because I told Sid, when you tap out, make sure your foot is underneath that bottom rope. Because I had a gut feeling I was gonna get screwed.
Right. So that would be an ace in the hole you could always go back.
So the next night I had the ace in the hole.
Yeah. Now, what happens with Benoit this night? He's in a show of solidarity to his friend. He threatens to leave. He's willing to drop the belt in the ring first. He hands the belt over to Nick Patrick. The title's vacated. How does it all come about that day? What are the discussions?
Well, they discussed it with Bill. They didn't discuss it with me. And Bill said, what do you want him to do? And I said, the way I see it is, if that's what they want, let them go. Free country, free enterprise, good luck to them. Or they make a lot of money. But let's not have them on our show. Let's not promote the product tonight that's going to be on our competitor next week. Let's make a believe. Let's start anew. Let's show the film. The decision was made that the world champion's leg was still underneath. You know, Sid didn't lose, so we didn't promote the product that was going to compete against us, and they competed against us very well. They did wonderful up there. They did great. And they did probably the right decision by leaving, for them.
Mm-hmm. So now with their exit, with these guys who are going to be leaving, what are the pro-Russo, pro-Sullivan camps now? Are all the Russo guys gone for the most part with the exit of those?
Yeah, most of them left, and it was, to me, it was a real pain to me, because they were the workhorses. They were, I mean, if you look at the Nitros, the best matches were those guys.
Right.
So now I'm stuck. I've just lost the middle of my batting order. Now instead of Manny and Big Papi, I got Rudy Kazudi and Howdy Doody, you know? So you tell me how I'm gonna fill this hole. And it wasn't just like losing Manny and Big Papi. I mean, I lost, you know, Veritek, I lost everybody. And these guys gave me quality matches, and the people bought them, and that's why when I brought Eddie in as a cruiserweight, I made the United States champion, because I wanted to make that belt not like it used to be, the junior heavyweight, like they were not quite as good as the heavyweights. I wanted to show that they were equal. And when they left, their talent went with them, and it wasn't going to be replaced.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very hard. So we had to switch gears, and because Kidman did stay, we started pushing Kidman, right, because he's a talent too. So in some ways it worked out for some guys that got the break that maybe they wouldn't have gotten.
Now the matches on this show, you inherited some of the old angles, and
Right,
also you've got a mess now because you got people leaving and stuff. So that kind of takes those first few shows out of really being able to gauge what you were doing as a booker, because it was, you probably had decisions you had to make when you got there based on who was going to work and who wasn't.
Right.
But now we've got everybody in place, and now this is the first time we see the matches are longer now. They all have good finishes now. It's starting to turn, it's starting to become yours a little more. People recognizing that at all? You feeling a little more in control now? Everybody's settled and it's your problem?
Everybody's settled down now, and now, you know, we're back to work as usual. You know, we miss those guys, and we miss their talent, but hey, it's time. I had a little meeting, I said, you know, these guys aren't going to be replaced, so you guys got to come to the forefront, and let's tighten up our boots and go back to work.
Mm-hmm.
And they did. I mean, the guys were great.